Stephen Moffat, one question. Why? Okay, Hellbent. I've got a lot of things to say, so I'm going to sum up the cast. Peter Capaldi as the Doctor, Donald Sumter as President, limited time he has, Ken Bones, Tania Miller, Claire Higgins, limited time they have, Maisie Williams. They do a good job. Clara, played by Jenna Coleman, why, she does a good job, but why is she there? Stephen Moffat, what, he's just contradicted too much here. And Rachel Talalay, great directing. Now, on to my rant. Stephen Moffat, he's written the weakest stories of the season, Magician's Apprentice, Witch is Familiar, and Hellbent. Now, I don't know how you could go from Heaven Sent to Hellbent. It confuses me. But mainly, why is Clara here? She has no reason to be here. Like, she's dead. She should stay dead. For once, she could actually stay dead. Like at the beginning of my Face the Raven review, I made that joke about making sure she was dead. I wasn't serious. Why is she still here? Like, I would have preferred that Dinah Clara to be random American. Use the time stream. Stephen Moffat, you wrote it. She can do an American accent. She was in Captain America. So, make that a random American Clara, or an English Clara that's not the Clara we know, because she's all over Doctor's timeline, remember that. And then he tells the story of him can't really remember Clara. And then make it like when the Doctor tells the President to get off that planet. The first 20 minutes before Clara's introduced, like the whole meeting when he says what colour's the hybrid. Excellent. But then he just goes downhill as soon as essentially Clara comes back and the Doctor shoots the General. He turns into a woman. Okay, we know that's possible. And she's a bold woman because, well, we need the joke of, are you okay, sir? I mean, ma'am. That was the only reason. And yeah, it was okay, but I swear Stephen Moffat just said, well, Sarah Dollard's only written one script for Doctor Who. I'm sure she won't mind if I render that completely useless. She'll be fine with it. And I thought, well, Stephen Moffat, he wrote Pandora Opens the Big Bang, an amazing series finale. He wrote Blink. How did he get to this level? Don't get me wrong, it's not In the Forest of the Night bad, but for a series finale, it should have done more. Like, it's tried to be action, adventure, no time for characters here. Whereas series finales can be character pieces, like the Flash Season 1 finale. That was a character piece, and it was amazing. This one, it's just too tied up with its own hybrid story arc that it can't be bothered to develop any characters. And yes, Gallifrey looks nice in HD, so does the End of the Universe, and so does the classic TARDIS. But that's it. If Clara doesn't need to be there. It ruins the best scene in Face the Raven, it ruins Heaven Sent, and the Doctor and his Shielder don't even know what the hybrid is. So, and it's not Clara and it's not the Doctor because they're two different people, and the Shielder makes sense because it's the human and Maya. They're two warrior races. I get it, but how can it be two people? The hybrid thing hasn't gone well because it's like Davros brought it out of nowhere. It's not Time Lords and Daleks, and ever since it's just been hybrids, not the hybrids, a hybrid. And even then, they just think it's the Doctor and Clara when it's not, and they think it's a Shielder when it's not. Just why? Now, the Cloister Wraiths, they could have been an enemy in itself, but hey, they're like colony staff. Waste of time. They don't even do anything. Then we have a Weeping Angel and a Cyberman, who for some reason promo pics a 2006 Cyberman, not the Cyberman that appeared in the episode. And Dalek that said exterminate me. Now Stephen Moffat has ruined the Dalek, so did that Dalek really say exterminate me, or did it say hug me, love me, help me? My name is Jeff. Was it called Jeff? Who knows? It's a Dalek. It could be called Jeff or it could be called Bob. Now, unless Stephen Moffat next season rectifies this whole Clara by bringing a Shielder back just to say she's dead, and actually went back to Gallifrey to say she's dead, or he fixes the Daleks by saying Davros only did it because he owed the Doctor one now, or he just never brings that up again, and the Daleks are complete back. They're ruthless killing machines. They don't have a concept of, well, maybe, but they may have a concept of mercy, but when they say exterminate, they mean exterminate. And when they say I am a Dalek, they're not saying their names, they're saying I am a Dalek. Okay? And also Clara. It would have been much better, as I said, just a random Clara, not the TARDIS Clara, who's heard the Doctor, maybe an American, maybe English, just not the same Clara. And the Doctor remembers nothing except he was there on Gallifrey with a girl. And then make it a story about the Doctor just getting carried away, like he wants Clara to survive, like this is a chance he can survive. She can survive, even though the end of the universe was brought around by natural causes. Like, Clara's there in the diner. Why isn't the universe exploding? Why isn't the universe exploding? They said the universe would explode. She's not dead and the universe is still there. And it's not like a Shielder's just gonna knock her out and take her back to Gallifrey. There could have been some nice resolutions here. Like, as I said, when he gets carried away, he takes TARDIS, goes to meet a Shielder at the end of the universe. Clara listens in. Then she decides to reverse that neural blocker, but doesn't tell the Doctor, so he thinks he's wiping Clara's mind, but he wipes his own mind. Then Clara asks the Shielder to take her back to Gallifrey so she can die and the Doctor won't do anything. That would have been much better, and the Shielder can just sail away in the TARDIS. She wanted to travel the universe. Clara can die. That would be that would just be a good resolution to all the characters. And funny, there are two people travelling around time and space in the TARDIS with a chameleon circuit broken. Sound familiar? It's like that Stephen Moffat just wrote this just for a spin-off. And I'm not sure if you know this, but when at the end of Series 8, before Last Christmas, most fans, some people wanted Clara, they were bored of her. They didn't want her back for Series 9. And I can't imagine what they were feeling now. Like, she dead, great scene, Jenna Coleman should get loads of awards. Now, she's back. So that scene was completely pointless. I mean, Jenna Coleman's a great actress, but there's only a certain amount of a companion you can take before you actually just make them useless. Like, if she stayed dead and she went back to die, that would have been good. But no, she has to go flying around the universe. And admittedly, that scene with the American Diner and real TARDIS flying around or crossing paths was a great wallpaper. But Clara, Stephen Moffat just wasted Clara on a great scene. It's like if Stephen Moffat or Toby Whithouse, when writing The Girl Who Waited, took the whole thing in Girl Who Waited and just brought old Amelia back in the series finale going, don't worry, everything's going to be okay, so that renders The Girl Who Waited completely useless. Stephen Moffat, just step aside. I don't think you should be head writer anymore. I think it's time for somebody new, like Jamie Matheson, Mark Gatiss. And I'm not sure unless he was too busy writing the Sherlock special, The Abominable Bride, which could be possible. So he didn't have his full attention on Hellbent. But in that case, get Mark Gatiss to write it. Or get Mark Gatiss to focus on Sherlock so you can focus on Doctor Who. Like, the head writers for Sherlock are Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat. So, one can handle one can handle the other. But he can't juggle a one-off special about Sherlock and the series finale of Doctor Who at the same time. It's not impossible. So, what he's done, he's contradicted two of the best, great episode, and the best scene of Face the Raven, made them completely useless, and just made a spin-off that's not going to happen if the BBC have any sense. But, that scene where the Doctor finds TARDIS a new sonic screwdriver, that, I will always prefer the 11th Doctor sonic screwdriver, know that. But it just looks huge, like, it looks bigger than the 11th Doctor's one. And, yeah, it's TARDIS blue. And, for some reason, the light's spinning. I'll have to watch it in action first, before I can truly make a decision, but I actually celebrated the sonic sunglasses being gone, which was good. And I will always have the moment where that Viking snaps the sonic sunglasses. Thank you, Viking. So, and I understand Maisie Williams being there. Like, Ashilda needed some closure on, and the Doctor needs some closure on the whole I hate you. And the Doctor and Ashilda, that scene was good. And Ashilda and Maisie Williams is a great actress. She's obviously been acting from a young age. I'm not sure when she started Game of Thrones. But this could very well be her last episode. Unless, and I hope this is the case, she comes back for one more episode. One more. And says that Clara's dead. She went back to Gallifrey and she's dead. And she'll probably have to say something like, I know this means nothing to you, but Clara's dead. Something like that. That would be good. At least I know then Clara went back to die. But for now, I don't know if she will. I don't know if she ever will. She's just flying around the universe. Which is annoying. But the scene with the Doctor on Gallifrey without the Clara was good. And with Ashilda was good. And the scene where all the soldiers essentially just turning on Rassilon and then the general just said, get off his planet. That was good. And essentially, what we have here is Clara. I hate to say this, but she's useless. She shouldn't be in this episode. She just shouldn't be in this episode. The three Heaven Sent and Hellbent should be the Doctor getting over Clara, not the Doctor getting over Clara and then getting her back and then sending her off in the universe. No. But I gave Heaven Sent a 9 out of 10. I shall give Hellbent a 6 out of 10. Because all the scenes that were good, there's just too much bad that outweighs the good, which is annoying. So, together, we have the series finale, Heaven Sent and Hellbent, is 15 out of 20. It's okay, but it's just really bad. And when I said that Hellbent would be decided to see which one Under Lake and Before the Flood or Heaven Sent and Hell Bent would be the better two-parter. Obviously, it's Before the Flood and Under the Lake. But I don't think I just should judge Heaven Sent and Hell Bent as a two-parter, because that's just unfair on Heaven Sent. That's a brilliant episode, and yes, it's made useless, but if I judge it with Hell Bent, that's like saying, judging the Lord of the Rings, seeing which trilogy's better. Lord of the Rings, which movie franchise is better? Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? But that's like throwing Batman and Robin into the mix. That wouldn't be fair. So, yeah, this episode is okay, and we've got the Christmas special at 5:15 on Christmas Day. And yes, it's more of those child-friendly ones like Robot of Sherwood. Hopefully it's better than this one. So, until Christmas, see you next time. Just one more thing. I was more excited to see Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow, on Arrow, as Casey Jones in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie trailer, than I was to see Clara back. That's just something to reinforce the point there. Make of that what you will.